as some of my background and how I got here. But to kick us off, I'd like to play a game. If you are currently vegan, if you identify as vegan, can I get you to raise your hand? Woo! If you identify as vegan, raise your hand. Cool. All right. Now the games begin. Keep your hand up if you've been vegan for 1 year or more. 2 years or more. 5 years? 10 years? 10 years? No. All right. 15 years. 20? All right, now's when I have to bow out. I'm at 20. 25. 30? We got a 30? All right. 35? 40? How many years have you been vegan? 35. You win the game. Yay. Vegan 35. Everybody give him a clap, a round of applause, because it's people like you that did this before it was easy, before there were many other people doing it, before you could walk into Walmart and find all your vegan groceries. You helped pave the way for people like me. I just want to say thank you, sincerely. I know that it's not easy to be vegan, not because of the food we eat, not because of cooking, not because of the resources available at stores or money. It's hard to be vegan in a non-vegan world. So I've created a little presentation that's going to take you through my life and where I'm at today with the Vegan Squad community. All right. This is me at 4 years old. And I think I'm adorable. Sitting here playing with a dog. I'm not much of an animal lover anymore, but I do respect animals. But what I want to do is go back into this mind of a child and try to understand how we might get here today. So I have a photo of a fish. If this was a presentation, it'd be nice and big behind you, but you trust me, there's a fish on the screen. I was 4 years old when my dad asked me, do you want to eat some fish? And I said, yeah, sure. And he went to pull the fish up out of the dock that he had caught them at, put them on the dock in front of me, and I'm watching them suffocating, and at the same time realizing the fish that swims in the water is the same fish that we eat. I threw a fit. My dad put the fish back in the water. I probably had a ham sandwich, but there was something going on there. And now, if you guys live in Florida, you know about these awesome creatures. They're called squirrels. For some reason, my dad thought it was a good idea to take me squirrel hunting around 9 years old. I was pretty good at shooting. And I realized I didn't want to disappoint my dad and let him down and not go be this hunter that would pull the trigger and kill a squirrel. But I also really didn't want to kill a squirrel, so I was going to shoot at the ground. Luckily for me that day, somehow in Florida, we found no squirrels. So I didn't have to disappoint my dad, didn't have to kill a small little furry animal. But within about a year of that, my best friend, she would come over every day after school. And her mom would almost always get us hamburgers from McDonald's. 10-year-old me, about to go chow down on this awesome McDonald's hamburger. My friend looks at me, changed my life forever on that day. She said, if you eat that hamburger, you're killing a cow. And I'm like, the same way you've done every week for your whole life? Your mom bought it for us. My parents do it. Everybody does it. How is it wrong? Why are you going to do this to me? I got angry as a 10-year-old because I knew she was right. So we have this awesome holiday here in the United States called Thanksgiving. It's coming up. And I had been working my way towards vegetarian, but I didn't want to label myself. I didn't want to put it out there. I'd already been bullied a lot as a kid. I didn't want anybody to be able to use more against me. So I didn't quite call myself vegetarian, and I still allowed myself to eat turkey. Until Thanksgiving rolled around, I decided, if I can't kill a fish, how am I going to kill a turkey? Quit being weird. Just stop eating it. Go be vegetarian. King of the world. Like, you've done everything right. You're vegetarian. You're good to go. Till about 13 years old, I'm riding in the car with my mom to middle school, and she gets me this PETA magazine thinking I could go learn how to cook something for myself as a vegetarian. And it had this title in there that pissed me off. It was like, why vegetarian isn't enough, why you should be vegan. So I go in with my 13 analytical brain. I'm like, I'm going to tear this reporter a new butthole and show them I know exactly what I'm talking about. 15 minutes later, Mom, I think I'm gonna try being vegan for a week. And she's like, oh my God, I've done it even worse. Pushed him even further down this rabbit hole. And that week has become 20 years. I'm 20 years vegan this year. Had no clue this is where I was going, especially at that conversation with my best friend at 10 years old. What I think is interesting is she stayed vegetarian until I went vegan, and I was able to convince her to go vegan. She's now same exact age as me. We were born on the same day, 33. She just had a vegan child. So it's stuck with us. And that's me. That's me at 13. Graduating middle school, definitely did not want to label myself any type of way as vegan or put that out there for people. But I was inside. So much so that I made sure I got the ugliest belt at Target because it was the only cloth belt that they have. So I was already vegan in all the ways for the animals. On my journey around 14, I started wrestling. It's like a whopping 127 pounds in that photo. About 270 pounds on the scale this morning. I've quite literally doubled in size, all as a vegan. And it was wrestling that led me into the sport of bodybuilding. We lifted weights at the end of the wrestling season, and I said, wrestling sucks, but this lifting weights thing, I kind of like this. And it was transformative for me there as well because I enjoyed lifting weights, and my first time walking into a gym and talking to a trainer to learn how to become big like him, he said, if you're vegan, for as long as you're not eating animal proteins, you won't build any muscle. I believed him. If somebody my size told you, you can't build any muscle unless you do it my way, you might believe them too. So I just went to the gym for fun. I really didn't think I could do anything with it. It led to a competitive career in bodybuilding, taking it about as extreme as you can get in men's open bodybuilding. I am now, I guess, weirdly proud to say I'm the largest vegan bodybuilder in the world. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for listening to me. I have found that by taking this weird thing called veganism and this weird thing called bodybuilding, you really get weird and like nobody understands you, but it's created a platform that I can speak on. And so that is why I'm a bodybuilder. It is my form of activism. In my life story, the next really big pivotal moment was meeting this beautiful woman here, Allie. I had left a relationship prior to that because I asked myself in the mirror, does this person make you a better person for the world? The answer was very quickly no. I texted her and said, we need to talk. I told myself I would wait 10 years or longer, if that's what it took to find a partner that was going to help me show up as a better vegan for the world, as a better activist, as someone who could actually make the world a better place. And I met Allie. She's been the biggest pain in my butt ever since I've met her. We're coming up on 2 years, which is uncharted territory for me because I've had 7 relationships go from 1 year, but not hit 2. And she's a pain in my butt because she's an exemplary mirror. When something happens to her, I watch how she responds. When something doesn't go her way, I watch how she responds. When whatever excuse she could have and she still shows up as the best version of herself, I'm like, shit. If I want to be worth staying with her, I'm going to have to keep leveling up too. So if you guys are trying to get into business, if you're trying to elevate your life, be very, very careful who your partner is. They might be your biggest pain in your butt, but she's also my biggest supporter. She is supposed to be at that table. She's somewhere around here. She's awesome. Leading me down to the next thing. Shortly after meeting Allie, I got to meet Henry, a pig that changed my life. Because I knew that my friends had sanctuaries, and this one was run actually in Florida, Karma Farm Sanctuary by Alex Walsh. He called me at like 2 a.m. one morning and said, you want to come catch a pig with me? I'm like, the hell is wrong with you? I'm sleeping. I'm a bodybuilder. I need my sleep. He went and caught the pig. They were going to shoot this pig in the face because they didn't want him anymore. Didn't have a use for him. He needed a surgery. It was going to be about $5,000 to get Henry the surgery he needed to live and a forever home for him to be in. So I had the bright idea of saying, well, let me partner with y'all. I will promise to live stream me getting the word vegan tattooed into the side of my head if we can raise $5,000 for Henry. We raised over $9,000. I got the head tattoo. It is real. People ask, is it a joke? And I'm like, what kind of joke would I be playing? It's my 4th vegan tattoo. The first person that I got a vegan tattoo with, they said, well, you got one, you're done. I'm like, done. I'm gonna get more. But what this did for me is it allowed me to meet Henry and meet him on his level and realize Henry's an individual, no different than me, no different than you or your dog. And I realized that these sanctuaries, the goal was never to save every animal. It was to create a mascot. About 90 people donated to save Henry's life. Only about 1 in 3 were vegan. So I think that people in their hearts are good. And when we present someone with an easy thing like taking some of your imaginary money out of your bank account and hitting the donate button, and it saves a real living being life, that's powerful. And I appreciate the people that even weren't yet vegan, I call them pre-vegans, who still donated to keep Henry alive. That is my head tattoo in case you couldn't see it. Next on my journey, chosen homelessness. My girlfriend and I's lease ended back in Lakeland in March, and I said, let's throw all of our crap in storage and travel the world. The United States at least. Just going from Airbnb to Airbnb. We made it all the way out to Phoenix. Was feeling a little lonely. Told my business partner, Alex Neer is here, the one that's recording this for the rest of the world to see. I said, why don't you come out? Come spend a few weeks. And he came. And we had fun. We hung out. We're hanging from a railing. And he left. And I looked at Allie and I said, can we adopt him? She's like, he's 25. I don't know if we can adopt him. And I'm like, well, I want him to come back. So he came back to Utah. Melissa, there she is, waving. She came out of Utah too. And something happened to me. I had this idea while we were hiking in June that I should create, I'm looking for my banner, I should create this Vegan Squad team, this Vegan Squad community. Because being around Alex and Allie and Melissa and staying in the same house and feeling all this positivity, good vibrations, like I'm not a spiritual person, but to be in this energy, it was intoxicating. I didn't want to go anywhere else without it. I had this light bulb moment. We need to build this community. We need to do this worldwide. What we've done here for the 4 of us can go anywhere. So we had our first public meetup in Fort Lauderdale this year. I believe that was August. It's been a long year, guys. We had our first ever Vegan Squad house. 7 vegans, most of whom did not know each other, traveled all the way to North Carolina to stay in a house for a month together. Outside of myself, there was not a single argument, fight, or bad word said. I can get a little testy, but everybody else, incredible. It was the single best month of my entire life so far. Planning to do more. And that's why we want to bring this community to you guys. I have the best people in the world, I swear on my life, the best people in the world helping connect, unite, love, foster, encourage one another. I think back, this is all of them. I think back to when I first went vegan and think, if I had even an inkling of this, if I knew that I want everybody to turn around and look at this man right here. He's trying to sneak in. He's wearing my shirt, Nick Alami. If you guys know a Vegan International Co., if you know the Vegan Halal Card, please check it out. This man has changed my life. He made me realize, if we work hard, how far we can go. He's served over 1 million vegan meals. And when I heard that number, I realized, what am I doing with my life? What can I do more? I met you, what, like 2-3 years ago? And it's funny how it changed your life too. He saw me and started his fitness journey again because I was the biggest vegan bodybuilder ever that had walked into Vegan International Co. But I got a brother out of it, a role model, someone to be like, because there's not that many people that are vegan bodybuilders. So I got to look around and try and find vegan business owners and vegan pillars in the community to do this. Kind of lost my train of thought here, but thank you for bearing with me. We'll get back. We'll get the train back on the tracks. You guys can't see it. Y'all can come over to the table. We can show you on my phone after this. For the community, my favorite part, I guess I'm old, is the map. It's this giant map of the United States and the world, and it shows where all of our members are located. I just love to go in there and like refresh it and just go look and see. Because sometimes there'll be a new vegan near me. I don't know if we got to add it to this presentation, but literally in the time that we did the last presentation, a member happened to have moved within 15 minutes of Durham, North Carolina at our last event. We got to meet Monica in person for the first time. Literally from this online world, people are coming and growing communities in person. I have a testimonial here from Abigail. She said, my win of the week is celebrating my third day of eating fully plant-based and cooking tofu for lunch for the first time and loving it. Abigail joined because one of my other co-founders invited her. She became vegan. She's just celebrated her 2-month, going on 3rd month vegan anniversary. So we created some problems. Now she has to go home and tell her family, I'm vegan for Thanksgiving. So in the community, we've got Alex here that's going to be leading some coaching calls going into this that anybody can show up to and have a little bit of an extra shoulder to cry on before they go home for their first vegan Thanksgiving ever. I remember how lonely it was. I was the only one. I was the weird one. But it's not so weird when we're all together. This was our first live call ever. We had about 30 people show up around the world, just connecting for that one core value of veganism. And I guess for me, it's not just one thing. It is, for me, it was for the animals. And that is what veganism represents. But it's so much more than just the animals, the individuals. It's our environment. If we can't change the way we're eating, there's no home for humans. The world will figure itself the fuck out. But we need to get this together. We need to speak up. We need to show people they can do this, or there will be no home for us. It goes deeper than that, though. This is human rights. You can take a guess which communities have slaughterhouses built into them. You can take a guess which ethnic demographics deal with the repercussions of the environmental damage the most. And then if you just really want to get down to it, imagine being a slaughterhouse worker where you're on parole and it's show up and kill these animals or go back to prison. Is that really a choice? This is human rights, animal rights, world rights. This is another social justice movement that we all need to be a part of if we want there to be a future. So thank you all for being here. Whether you're here virtually or in person, this is how we change the world. We had what is very special to me. Quentin joined. He wanted to get some more of the fitness content. In about 4 weeks, he decided, I'm going vegan. And he got to meet with my client, Steven. They realized on that map, my favorite part, they're about 10 minutes apart from each other in Dallas. And so they met up for a workout together. Quentin said he couldn't walk for the next week, but that's okay. You guys can't really see it here, but in our community, we've got a lot of resources. We have meditations, we have yoga, all sorts of things that I probably should have gotten into way long time ago, but nobody told me about them, or I just didn't listen, I was too hard-headed. And it's not bodybuilding. This is not a bodybuilding community. If you want to learn like fitness and strength training from me, great. But please, go do yoga with Ali. Come level up your cooking skills with Alex. It's so much more than just the fitness. I think the fitness is just a small part of it. Like, if we are vegan and we are activists, we should also look the part, right? If we're extremely overweight or if we have no muscle on us, that's just more ammo for people to use against us. One big thing that I wanted to make sure when we created this was that it was accessible. The community, this online group of vegans supporting one another. And so I asked myself, do you think your mom could figure it out? So my mom's like 65. She didn't know how to text 5 years ago. She was like anti-phones. Like, you got to call and actually talk to me. Cannot text. I sent her the link to sign up. She figured it out. She just finished her 2nd month. She stayed because she wanted to do the water and step challenge. I just drink water, but she wanted to do the water challenge. And of course my mom would support me for anything, but I wanted to make sure that she was actually able to use the interface that we had built out and be able to get through the lessons, and she was. So what I'm trying to say is if my mom can figure this out, Anybody that has ears and eyes around me hearing this could figure out how to use our platform. This is the Vegan Squad community. These are my coaches, at least the ones that are here today. And that's me. We will get back to 13-year-old me. Right now, present-year-old, 33-year-old me, I have everything in the world that I could want. Everything in the world. Every day that I wake up, it is the best day ever. I am surrounded by the coolest freaking people in the world, the biggest hearts, the people that help me believe in myself and show up to be the best version of me every day. I have everything I need. I do this for this person, for this 13-year-old that had no one. I want to connect people. If you're a brand new vegan, you need support. If you've been vegan 20 years, go out and support some other people. This is how we can change the world. It's not just by being vegan the way I was. Before I got my first vegan shirt, 17 years, I was vegan in a closet. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't want the world to know. I didn't want to get made fun of. I didn't want to be different. I didn't want to have people yell at me or tell me I was stupid or say I'm not man enough for killing an animal. But if we can do this together, we can do anything. So that is what I am asking of you guys. We have free trials. If y'all are low on finances right now, I want to be able to pay my coaches so that they can have a living wage, but I will let anyone in. If you're a good person, if you've got a good heart, and you want to be a part of something positive. I think it is through this that we can connect with vegan communities around the world. One of my best employees is David Omini in Africa. And I get to learn a little bit every day about what it's like to live in Africa. And I get to be grateful and thankful that I am a white male in the United States, born in this century, and I have all these opportunities in front of me because my best friend overseas doesn't. And so I need to do better so I can support him. I never asked for any of this. I think I was just that little kid that didn't want to kill animals. But what I'm realizing is I've made a misstep. Me not killing any animals doesn't help the world. We got to speak up. We got to support one another, whether that means ordering vegan food, sharing it on Instagram, sharing it on social media, putting it out there, telling your friends, telling your family. If we can do this, we can save the world. I believe in y'all. Y'all are here in front of me. I think we wrap this up at about a perfect time. I will be at this table as much as I can today when I'm not emceeing the food demos. I'd love to talk to every single one of you. Thank you for being here. This is what gives me hope. People out here. So thank you guys.